This meeting is being recorded.
All righty. So starting in your seated position, just coming into your breath like we always do. Still working on the core strength with the focus on activating the core. Let's begin opening up. Let's start by actively thinking about activating the core. So as you continue breathing and breathing through the positions, continue to come back to the core, continue to come back to your breath and activating those muscles. Come in with some arm and wrist stretches. So let's just start by rotating the wrists. So bring them forward and do your wrist rotations, and then start bringing it into a bigger circle. And then go around the other direction. Notice as you're breathing to activate the core, even though we're doing arms and wrists. And relax and release. Let's go in, bring the arms up. We'll do a half sun salutations. Lift the arms up, reach up, open up, lengthen, and then come into your seated forward fold. Come down, bring the hands down to the floor, and then come into your halfway lift. And then exhale, fold into yourself, and then use the core to pull yourself up. Roll the head, roll the neck, and then roll up with the spine using the front and the core. Come out and give ourselves that high five. Send the wrist high five, pull those fingers back, roll the shoulder back. Continue to breathe. And come on up if you want. Bring the arm up and over, bring the shoulder up and back. Give yourself a pat on the back and then a little bit of a tug on the elbow. And then relax and release. We'll go on out to the other side. High five for showing up, and then pull the fingers back, opening up the wrist, relax the shoulder blade back. Breathe in here one more time into that open space, and then send the hand up. Give yourself that pat on the back. And open up the side. And relax and release. Let's come in for another seated sun salutation. Take those arms up, opening up the shoulders. Lifting up, and then exhale, swan dive into yourself. Do that seated forward fold. Lifting up, use the core, roll the shoulder blades back, activate the top of the core, relax and release, let everything go, and then roll your way back up. One vertebrae at a time. Pushing down with the hips and the thighs. And come on back up. Now we're going to go into the side stretch. Plant the left, reach the right hand up, reach up, and exhale, come into that side stretch. Opening up the side here, relax and release. Come on over to the other side, plant the right, lift up the left. Roll that shoulder on the right back. Exhale, relax it. Come into that side stretch. Relax and release. And now find your way into the twist. Bringing the left hand over to the right knee. Go ahead and find that twist. And then relax and release, and we'll come on over to the other side. Relax and release. Now let's open up the legs and the hips. Come on out into staff pose. Opening up the legs, roll the shoulder blades back. Roll the shoulders back, find some length and some strength. Let's go into some paddling of the toes, point and flex. Then come into an inhale, bring those arms all the way up. Inhale, come up to that extended. And exhale, forward fold. Reach and stretch, reaching out and up. And then over. You're not trying to get to your toes, you're looking for length. So almost like you're like an angle in math, like imagine yourself like a greater than, right? Reaching and stretching, and then relax and release. Bring the arms down to come to rest. Bring the knees up. Find some length, resettle. Inhale, bring the arms up. Inhale, coming up, activating a different side here. And then we're going to come into a twist. Bring the right elbow towards the left knee. So exhale, come on into a twist. Rest here for a second. Opening up the low back. And then inhale, come up, lift up. Reach up, stretch up, and then come over to the other side. Relax and release. Come on up. Relax the legs out. Plant the hands down behind you. And we're going to do slightly lift. I'm not sure if this is okay with your shoulder and your elbow. So plant the hands behind you. It might feel better to have your fingers towards you, or they might be better to be away or angled. So you find what feels good on your ankle, and then roll the shoulder blades back, point the toes, and then lift the hips. And then find a couple of pumps here. I'm going to go 5 times. Is that too much on your wrists? Pushing down on the heels, rolling back on the shoulders. Come to find rest. Let's roll out. That's probably too hard on your wrist. Roll your wrists out. And then let's come to find our way onto our back. We'll go up into the bridge pose. So find your way all the way down. Roll the shoulders down. Plant the feet, and then lift the hips. Go ahead and hold here for 10 seconds. Roll the shoulder blades back. About 5 more seconds. Okay, go ahead and relax and release. Now we're going to start bringing the knees in. So lift both of the knees up. Knees come up. Holding here for a minute. We're going to extend each foot out. So on the inhale and the exhale, push one foot out, keeping the other foot bent. And then inhale, come back and switch sides. Rotating each foot, pedaling. Go a few more times, and then we'll rotate the opposite direction. So 3, 2, 1, and then go the other way. Couple more times. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop the knees. We're going to come into a side twist. So come into Bring your knees up and then take your knees out to either side. Come into that side twist, back bend, opening up. Take one more breath here and then bring the knees up, activate the core. Come on over to the other side. Opening up this side. And bring the knees on back up. And then we're gonna go out, keeping the legs up, extend out into the staff pose, but keep the legs up off the ground. So extending out, we're going into this for that 10-second hold. Roll the shoulder blades back. Got about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and release, send the feet down. Bring the arms all the way up, go into a full body stretch. And then we're going back up into that bridge hold. So stretch it out here for a minute, catch your breath, bring your feet to plant, and then go pull up, bring the hips up and go up into that bridge. Roll the shoulders back. Holding here. We're gonna go for 15 seconds this time. So we're just about 7 seconds. About 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and release. I'm gonna come into the crunches, but we're gonna go side to side. So we're gonna do that twist. Bring those hands on up underneath the neck. And then bring the right elbow up to left knee. And inhale, come up towards the left. And then exhale down. Inhale, come up towards the right. Find your crunch, twist. Keep going. We're going to go about 6 more reps. So that's 6 each side. So there's 1, 2, 3, halfway there. 4, 5, couple more, almost done. Let's pull in half a dozen. Here's 6. Last side. Relax and release. Catch your breath. Come on up and over to one side. We're going to find our way to top of the mat. So take a minute here, getting yourself up into a seated position. Come on up just to the knees first. We'll go into some of those camel stretches, continuing to open up. So coming down onto, is this like your hero's pose? And then plant the hand, whichever one feels good, and open up. Open those shoulders. And then work it to the other side. Opening up. And come on down. Come back into a wide child's pose. Open up those knees. Come on back. We'll go from wide child's pose down to a dolphin. So reach here, reach and stretch. Let anything go that's hanging out in the shoulders and the arms. And then from here, lift up, stay down on your elbows, so hands are down, and then lift the feet and the hips up. Going into dolphin pose. Opening up the legs as we prepare for our sun salutations. Drop the knees. Come on up, lift up the right foot, bring the right foot forward. We're going into a low lunge. So on the knee, right foot is forward. Find your stability here for a minute. And then inhale, send the arms up. Find that length and that strength. And then exhale, let's go into the twist. Bring the left elbow to the right knee. Find that back twist. And then inhale, windmill, bring the hands down to the feet. Come on back, open up, lift up that back leg. Open up the hips. And then bring that right foot back. Come on down for a plank. Hold here for a second. Drop the knee if you need to. That's where we're going anyways. Drop the right knee. Lift the left leg up in between the hands. And then find that low lunge here. Inhale, come up. Find your stability. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, come into that twist. Bring the right elbow to left knee. And then exhale, windmill those hands down to the foot. Lift that back right leg, come up into that runner's lunge, low runner's lunge, open up the hip. Plank. I'm going to do our back bend series. So from plank, lower down, we'll do the cobra, sphinx, and then find your way up. So drop on down. Lift up, keep the arms tight, come up into that low cobra. Point the toes, look for length in the back. Exhale, come down. Inhale, put the arms out a little bit farther, come up into that sphinx. That's all the way up to the elbows. Roll the shoulders back, open the legs a little bit, point. Exhale, come back. This time, find your downward dog, push up. Upward dog, flip the toes, downward dog. Pedal the legs out for a minute. Work your way up. Bend the knees deep. Find that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly inching the back up. Find your way up into mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back. Find your balance. Find your breath. Find your core. All right, continuing to go. Inhale, arms come up. We're going into chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit back into chair. Hold here for a breath. Inhale, reach up and then come into a forward fold. Swan the arms, extend the arms out, reverse swan dive, bend the knees. Come into that deep forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Roll the back up, one vertebrae at a time. Come back to the mountain pose. Roll the shoulder blades back. We're going to do that again. We're going to add in the twist. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, sit back into chair. Stay here for a breath. Do not come back up. This time we're just going to hold our breath or keep breathing and then twist. Bring the right side over to the left, staying in that chair pose. Finding that twist. On the next inhale, find your way halfway up. So just coming back to the middle and then twist the other way. Inhale, come back, still in that chair pose. Roll the shoulders, and then exhale, come the other way. Inhale, come on up, all the way up, reach up, lengthen, come up onto the toes, and then exhale, come back. Open up the legs a little bit. Come into our balancing. Plant the left and bring that right foot up. Find your way into your tree pose, whatever that looks like for you today. Find your root. And then intentionally add a little sway, creating the need to force yourself to balance. Come back to stand, come back to balance. And we'll go on the other side. Plant the right, bring that left foot up, find your tree. Hang here stable for a couple of breaths. And then intentionally begin to create movement so you force yourself to find balance again. Activating the core, coming back to stand. Shake out the legs. Now we're going to bring those knees up. We're going to do a little bit of that windmill. So coming in, start bringing the knees up. And as high as you can, bring the knees up. Find this twist. Really trying to bring the knees as high as possible in this. Arms can be doing whatever feels good. Keep going. We're going to do this for about a minute. Maybe 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back to stand. Excuse me. Now we're going to do a little warrior flow. They call it dancing warrior. So it's warrior 2, peaceful warrior, and then extended side angle. So you go warrior 2, and then back to peaceful warrior, which is, so we're going to start. Go ahead, start, take the left foot back, right foot comes forward and bend. Come into your warrior 2. You're going to find your own flow in this. So I'll just demonstrate, we'll do it together, and then you find your own breath. We'll do it 5 times once we get going. Here's your warrior 2. Drop the left hand, flip the right. Inhale, reach up, peaceful warrior. Find your stretch, find your breath. Use the core, come back to warrior 2. Lean forward towards the right, drop the hand, lift the left up and over. Come into the extended side angle. Use the core, pull the left back, lift yourself back up into that warrior 2. Roll your shoulders back, find your flow, peaceful warrior. We call it dancing warrior because you're moving the entire time. You just keep moving from the reverse warrior back into warrior 2, back up into that peaceful warrior. So find your dance. Go a couple more times. I've got 2 more to do, so you go till you get to 5. And when you get to your 5, come on back, find your mountain pose, shake it out, and then we'll go to the other side. Left foot comes forward, right foot steps back, find your warrior 2. We'll go at that same pace first, just to do the same thing with the body. So the first one is really slow and exaggerated. Flip the palm. Inhale, come back into that peaceful warrior. Exhale, activate that core. Warrior 2, extend towards the left, lift up, drop the arm. Right arm comes up and over. Extended side angle, back to warrior 2. Continue to find your flow. One more. Come on back, shake it out. Gonna do a couple of sun salutations and then find our way down to the mat. So we'll do 3 of them. So inhale, arms come up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hinge the hips, bend the knees, find that forward fold. Inhale, you know where you're going. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Bring those hands down to heart center. Come back to the breath. We'll go again. This time we're gonna add in the plank. Inhale, arms come up. Find that forward fold. Bring in the halfway lift. And then this time drop it down, bring the hands down to the ground, step back into plank. Roll the shoulders back, send the weight through the fingers, drop down, come into that cobra. Upward dog, flip the toes, downward dog, and come on back to stand. One more time, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Let it go, let anything else go. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, look for length. Exhale, drop it out. Let anything else go. Last forward fold of the sequence. Bring those hands on down to the mat. Come on back to plank. Come on down. Go all the way down. Staying down. Bringing in those back bends. Inhale, come up into that low cobra, nice and tight.
Exhale, come down. This time come into that Superman. Send the hands out in front of you. Inhale, arms come out in front of you. Come into that Superman. Last little ab stretch. Send it down, send the hands back. We're gonna go into boat pose. Now send on the inhale, lift up, send the fingers towards the toes. Exhale, come down. Go into a Sphinx pose, hands are down, we're coming up into the elbows. Inhale, come up, find rest here for a moment. Exhale, come down. Let's come up, push up into a child's pose. So lift up, push up onto your knees, open yourself up to make room for that child's pose. Lift back, extended, arms are open. Inhale, come on up into tabletop. Find that cat-cow, figure eight. Stay here for a couple of breaths, finding whatever movement feels good in your body. Let's go into a few of those bird dogs. Inhale, right arm comes up, left arm comes out. Stay here for length. Lengthen here for a minute. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, come back to tabletop. Do the other side. Just looking for length in this moment. Reach up, point the toes, opposite directions. And then come down. And we'll go into the stretch for the shoulders. So go into that, thread the needle, lift the right arm up, open the chest. And then come on back, thread the needle, send it through, find a stretch. Activate the core here, tighten the core for a moment and notice the difference. And then relax and release, come back to tabletop. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And then bring it down in through for thread the needle. Come on back to that tabletop position and then roll it out just a little bit. One more figure eight. And then we're gonna find our way down onto the floor. Find your way back into your Sukhasana, your easy seat. Take the legs out. We're going straight to head to knee. Left leg's out, right leg is in the left. And find that stretch. Slowing down the body. And then relax and release. Go ahead and switch sides. Send the right leg out. Left leg is in the inner thigh. Go ahead and make your way onto your back. And go into that wind release. Bring the knees up to the chest. Start doing that gentle circle rotation. Go around a few times. And then rotate the other direction. Using the core as you pull your knees in. And when you're you're done with the rotation, send the legs out. Find your Savasana, corpse pose. Breathing in deep to what your body just accomplished. Feeling the stretch within. Coming back to your breath and your intention. Allowing yourself to feel the sensations throughout your body. Feeling those areas where flexibility is becoming more possible. Giving yourself some gratitude for your continued work that allows that to be possible. Give yourself another moment of appreciation before you begin to bring some movement back to your body. You slowly begin to bring yourself back up and over to one side. Add any additional stretch that feels good in this moment.